Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marlene. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. So as you guys read by the title, today I'm gonna be giving you guys a BBL update. You guys were probably like, Marlene, you took forever to give us an update, but honestly guys, I'm officially 3 months post-op. And it's just crazy for me to even say it. It's just crazy for me to even be sitting down, bitch, because let me tell you, I was so scared of sitting down, but I'll tell you guys the cheese man in a bit. But yeah, I just wanted to like give you guys an update how I'm feeling, how the process has been going, and just like answer some questions that you guys had regarding the cost, what my parents thought about my BBL, how did I convince them, how much did I wait before going into a BBL. You know, everything that you guys were asking me, I'm gonna be answering it in this video. So if you guys are interested in knowing the whole tea, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I actually asked you guys on Instagram a few months prior to ask me questions about what you guys wanted to know about the surgery specifically, and I went ahead and wrote them down in my little notebook, so I'm prepared, girl, you know what I mean? And let me see, I have a few questions here. Most of them were repeated, so I just went ahead and like wrote down the ones that weren't repeated, you know what I'm saying, so I can have like variety and all your questions will be answered, and all your questions may be answered, girl, and all your questions are gonna be answered, okay? Okay, so one of the questions that I got was, what was the reason for me to get a BBL? A lot of you guys were telling me, oh my god, you were perfect the way you were, and I appreciate all those messages. Like, thank you guys that you guys thought I was perfect. But no, I was not perfect. So initially what I didn't like about my body was my love handles. My waist was not curvy at all. I had love handles and I didn't like that. And tenía pancita. And honestly guys, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did try to lose that at the gym first. I tried the gym. I remember in college I was consistent to the gym for like a whole year, and I did see myself losing weight, but my love handles, I just couldn't get rid of those, and that's something that I hated. I always used high-waisted jeans to cover that up, so it can give me the illusion that I had like the little hourglass figure. Regarding my nalguitas, I think I had a little something going on there. Like, I didn't have like the biggest nalgotas, you know what I mean, but I did have the smallest nalguitas. It wasn't perky, that's what I'm gonna say, because bitch, I already know it wasn't perky, but it was there. I like to think so. It's funny because now that I look at pictures, I'm like, damn bitch, I didn't have ass. But before, I thought I did. So anyways, but yeah, so that was mainly why I wanted to get a BBL. I know I also got a lot of comments of people saying that I got a BBL just because it's a trend now, and I'm like, no, like I was actually looking into getting a BBL way before even me trying social media. I feel like surgeries are very common now, and I just don't think that anybody should bash anyone for wanting to get surgery. You know, at the end of the day, it's your body, it's your confidence, and you pay your own bills and you do you, girl, okay? So if you guys are ever considering, you know, getting surgery to feel more confident, I would just say to do it. Like, if that's gonna make you feel better, then why not? I'm all for surgery, but if you guys do not want to get surgery, or you guys are happy with how you are, then that's great, you know, I'm all for that as well. But yeah, just a little note right there. A lot of you guys were also asking me like, what did my family think about me getting a BBL? So the way I told my family, honestly, because we always eat together, so I remember one time we were eating and I mentioned it to my parents, and I guess my brothers were there too, but my brothers didn't really say anything to me at the time. They were just laughing. But I had told my parents like, Mom, I'm gonna get a BBL, and in the beginning they didn't know what that was. My dad and my mom were like, what the hell, like what's a BBL? And I was like, oh pues es una lipo. And right when I said lipo, my mom and my dad were like, estás loca. And I was like, what? Like, why not? You know? And she was like, you don't need it. Like, you don't need that. And I was like, I don't need it, but I want it. You know, it's not a need, it's a want. I was like, no, yeah, I do need it. Like, I don't like these love handles. Like, I just want to get rid of them. And yeah, they did tell me, oh, my brothers were like, well, go to the gym. And I'm like, boy, I've been trying that, but nothing's going away. So they weren't like against it completely. I thought they were gonna be like, no, you're not gonna get a BBL. Like, estás loca. Y no, y no, y no. You know what I mean? But they didn't. I mean, my mom has always, my parents have always been super supportive of whatever I do. And at the end of the day, girl, I was gonna pay for it. So that's mainly why my mom was kind of like, oh, well, you're paying for it. So, but yeah, it was really nice to know that they supported me in that. My doctor, the one that gave me this Ari, is called DR Campos, and he is located in Tijuana, Mexico. So he's in TJ, Mexico. And honestly, guys, I just love his work. I've been looking at him for years now. I've been looking at his work for years, and what really made me feel comfortable is that he's board certified. So for anyone looking to get surgery done, just make sure that your surgeon is board certified. That's really, really important. And just make sure to do your research, look into his work, etc. So yeah, I had already been looking at DR Campos' work since forever, and I fell absolutely in love with it. Like, his results are amazing. He gave me everything I asked for. So this is, I know a lot of you guys were like, what did you ask for, Marlene? So I'm gonna let you guys know what I asked for exactly. So what I got done is a BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift, as many of you guys know. And what it basically is lipo in your abdomen area and your lower back and your waist. So that is the BBL. So they draft fat from your stomach or from any areas that you want, so they can inject that in your butt, and you can have a, you know, bigger, defined, cute, perky butt. I also went ahead and added hips because I wanted the hourglass look, and I told him that I didn't want a very dramatic look, but I didn't want a very natural look, because I told him I want my BBL to be noticeable because I'm paying money for it. Like, bitch, if I'm gonna be paying that much money, like, I wanted to at least for you to be able to tell that I got a BBL, that I got work done. I didn't want it too natural. I wanted to fit my body. So my actual weight going in was 125 pounds. So he told me he was gonna get most of my fat from my love handles, like I told you guys, and then from like this area right here. And yeah, and he told me that he was gonna try to put as much as he could in my butt so it could look proportioned to my body. One of you guys asked how was recovery and how would I rate the pain level from 1 to 10. Honestly, guys, a lot of you guys told me that on my last video I looked so chill, that my recovery looked so easy, and that I made it seem like it didn't hurt. And that's because, at least for me, it wasn't painful. I think it was more annoying and uncomfortable than painful. I didn't really feel pain, and I feel like it was because most of the time I was either sleeping or not moving, and I was taking my painkillers, so I think that really helped me a lot to not feel pain. I did stay at the recovery home, so I had nurses 24/7 taking care of me, which was really, really helpful. They were the ones bringing in my medication when it was like every 8 hours or every how many hours I had to take them, and I think that really helped me not feel pain. Because I remember one time one of my nurses was like, let me know if you want to take your painkillers earlier than usual if you start feeling pain. And I started feeling a little bit of pain, so I was like, oh yeah, like I'll take it right now. So I took it, and I didn't even give myself like time for me to actually feel pain. Another thing is also that I wasn't really getting up to walk, which is really recommended. So they would tell me, I think the first few days I was just laying down, and they were like, oh, you need to like get up and walk a little, because you need to like let your fluids come out of the drain. And I was like, oh my god, like I don't want to get up, you know. So the first kind of like few days I didn't really get up, which is another reason why I think I didn't feel pain, because I think every time I would get up, I would feel a little bit of pain in my stomach, but it's not something that you can't tape. It's not like an unbearable pain that you feel you're gonna die. It's not like that. What are some things you wish you knew before surgery? So this is such a great question for anybody out there that is about to get surgery. So some things I wish I knew before going into getting a BBL was the showers. They're not completely that pleasant to take when you just get a BBL. I remember the day after my surgery, a nurse came in and she's like, okay, it's time for your first shower. And I was like, oh my god, like I think it was my first time getting up. And this is what I mean by the surgery just being uncomfortable overall. So you have to get up, manage a way to get up. Obviously they're helping you, but it's still very hard. So you get up and then they have to take off your faja. And when they take off your faja, girl, you can't be without your faja for a long time because it's just this weird feeling. You just feel like your stomach is expanding and then you start getting lightheaded. So the nurse was really careful and she was like, if you start feeling lightheaded, do not hesitate to tell me, so we can lay you down. Like you can go back to the bed and lay down a little. And obviously you're still like you still can't even walk right. So that was really uncomfortable. I did get lightheaded. I had to lay down for a bit and I was like, oh my god, like nobody told me that the showers were gonna be like this, you know what I mean? Another thing that I wish I knew was the pooping situation. Girl, you're just constipated because you're taking all these medications and I don't know what it is that you just can't poop. Like you're just constipated. So they do give you prescribed laxatives like every day for you to be able to poop. But to be honest, girl, not even that helped because I was taking 3 every freaking day and I wouldn't be able to poop. And I think the nurses were like, oh, like were you able to poop today? And I was like, no. And then when I was finally able to poop, guys, it was so freaking hard. One of the girls that was actually staying at the recovery home with me, like one of the other patients, she was actually like, oh, I already pooped. And I was like, everybody was like, oh my god, girl, how did you do it? Like, let us know, give us the tea, because bitch, like we still haven't been able to poop. And I was like, did you sit down or did you use your booty pillow to poop? And she's like, no, like what I did was face the wall and squat it instead of, so like facing the toilet, like the wall, like where the toilet is at, like the other way around. So that's exactly what I did. So I did that, I squatted and I just grabbed myself from this is TMI but I just feel like it can be helpful for some of you guys. Anyways, and I got myself from like the wall or like the door, and girl, I just went in and I pushed, and I tried to like not push too hard, even though I kind of needed to, but like I tried not to push too hard because there was a time when I did feel lightheaded and I was like, bitch, I cannot pass out because there was no nurses there, like when I was pooping, obviously. So I just tried my best and I was able to poop, so I was like, yay, I was so happy. But yeah, the second time or the third time, I think it was the same thing. It was just as hard, but then after, it was just a piece of cake. I had it handled already. The fajas do come with an opening in the back and in the front, so you're just able to pee and poop, so you don't even have to worry about that. I was worried that I was gonna get it dirty from the back, but honestly it's a big opening, so you don't really have to worry about that. And the third thing is a pee funnel. So girls, if you guys are about to get your BBL, make sure you take a pee funnel. Actually, Jenny was the one that let me know about this before my surgery, so I was like, thank god. So shout out to her for letting me know. But it's basically just like a pee cup that makes you, not a cup, how do I say it? You guys can Google it, but because I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically lets you pee standing up, like if you were a guy. And I was actually so shook. I didn't know they existed. I was like, girl, where has this been during road trips? Like literally, why have I been popping squats when I can't find a freaking restroom? Like that pee funnel saves lives. So on my last video, I also mentioned that I kept waking up during surgery, and a lot of you guys were like, what the fuck do you mean by that, Marlene? Like you guys were so shook when I told you guys that, or when I mentioned it on my video, and you guys were like, girl, what do you mean? I could never. And I get it, it sounds bad, but let me tell you guys what exactly happened so you guys do not freak out. It actually sounds worse than what it actually feels like, but let me tell you guys. So when I went into surgery, they performed local anesthesia on me, and basically what that is you're not completely asleep. So they don't completely put you to sleep, which is honestly better because you don't run chances of you not waking up at all. I knew there was a possibility of me waking up during surgery, but I wasn't really scared because obviously anesthesia, like, you don't feel anything. So before I actually knocked out, because you still fall asleep because you're like drugged up, the anesthesiologist was next to me and he was like, I'll give you $100 if you're able to raise 1 foot. And I tried, girl, and let me tell you, I didn't feel anything. I wasn't able to raise my feet at all, and I was like, oh shit, like, this is crazy. I don't feel anything. And then after that, I just remember knocking out. So I woke up during surgery twice. The first time when I woke up and what I remember is seeing like a blue paper in front of me, which was covering my view of seeing the doctor work on me, which I was so glad for, because if I would have seen something, bitch, I think I would have freaked out. But I don't know if you guys have seen in those BBL videos where they're doing like work on the body and they have like this one stick, I'm sure you guys have seen it, where they like, I guess, draft the fat from, I don't know what it's for, bitch, I'm no surgeon, I'm over here explaining like you use this stick to like draft the fat. I'm no surgeon, so I don't know what it is, but it's a stick, and basically I felt that in my stomach. But hold up, do not freak out. It was just a sensation. So I felt like someone was doing work on my body, but it didn't hurt at all. I didn't feel pain at all. I did knock out right after because I was like, bitch, I am not trying to feel this. So I just like knocked out again. And then the second time I woke up for like a couple seconds and I just heard the doctor talk, like he was talking. And I was like, bitch, I'm trying to stay up for the cheese man, because I think they were talking some cheese man, bitch, but I was like, I cannot stay up. I was just so drowsy that there was no way that I was able to just like be awake. Because even after surgery, when I woke up and I was already in my recovery room, I called my mom, I called my dad, I called my brothers, and I don't remember shit, girl. Like, I don't remember calling them. And it's so funny because then later on I called my little brother again and I was like, oh my god, do you want to see? And he's like, you already showed me. And I was like, when? Also, the nurse, well, actually not the nurse, she didn't tell me, but I saw in one of the clips that the nurse was laughing at me because right after surgery I grabbed my camera. So just like consciously, like, I already knew, bitch, to get the content out for you guys. And I right away got the camera and the nurse was like, ¿vas a grabar? And she started laughing and I was like, sí voy a grabar. Like, bitch, my people want to see how my BBL is going. So I'm gonna give you guys the worst part of the whole BBL process and the best part of the whole BBL process. So let me start with the bad news. The worst part of the whole BBL process, I think, is just the recovery. Just the first week, honestly. If you make it past the first week, bitch, you're good. It's just because it's super uncomfortable. It's not even pain level. You guys are gonna be like, bitch, so then everything? Not everything, because it's not painful. Well, at least for me. Oh, it's because I can't say that it's not painful because everybody's pain tolerance is different. But I'm just saying, like, for me, the worst part was just, I guess, not being able to sit down for 6 weeks and laying down on your stomach 24/7. So for me, that was the worst part. The best part about the whole BBL experience was honestly staying at the recovery home. I was honestly well taken care of 24/7, and I'm glad I did stay at the recovery home because I just feel like it would have been too much for my parents. Like, they had to work, and them being with me 24/7, I just don't think it would have worked out. Like, they literally have to be there when you're showering, they have to put on your faja for you. So definitely a recovery home was 100% a good idea. And also just seeing your results, I think that's the best part about the BBL. It's worth it, girl, trust me. Like, if you really want it, it's worth it. It just gives you this confidence, and then, bitch, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, is that me, bitch? Like, is that really me? Imagine looking at yourself in the mirror naked, bitch. Now, for the question that you guys have all been waiting for. Why did I do you guys like that? You guys are like, bitch, when are you gonna tell us how much it was? I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna make you guys wait. But let me tell you guys how much it was. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a little run through of what I paid, so you guys have an idea of how much I wasted in total. The BBL ranges on what exactly you're looking for, how you want your body. It all depends, because sometimes you want fat drafted from other areas on your body, and that can be extra as well. So for me, the BBL itself was $7,000, and that included the abdomen area, the lower back, and the waist. And like I told you guys, I did want hips because I wanted the hourglass look, and that was an additional $1,000. Also, for the recovery home, I stayed 5 days there, and I did get some massages included as well, and for that it was an additional $1,000, and that's not including like my fajas, some medication I purchased. So they do recommend getting 2 massages per week for a month after your surgery. For 6 sessions of massages, once I was over here, I paid $360, which I got twice. So that alone was $720, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Let me see my calculations, bitch. Yes, oh my god, yeah, 720. So 720 plus 500, so that was 1,220. So in total, I would say an estimate about $10,300. And low-key, I'm still kind of spending on it because of the massages, like I told you guys. It's like a never-ending thing. I thought it was only gonna be that, and then I was like, oh shit, like there's like extra things that come with it, so you just have to be prepared. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how my body is looking now after 3 months. I'm loving my results so far, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it looks. Okay, you guys, so this is how she's looking. I'm honestly so in love. As you guys can see, the hips are very noticeable, and the hourglass shape, it's noticeable. I'm officially an extra small on my Faja, bitch. I was like shook. But this is how she looks from the side, and then from the back, this is how she looks. Okay guys, so this is how it looks with the Faja only. I love this Faja because it really snatches my waist, and I feel like it gives enough room for my hips to not be too squished as well. These I actually got it from Cali Curves Colombian Fajas. I'll leave their information in the description down below, but I do have a code with them, guys, which is Marlene. So yeah guys, that was basically all the tea. Those were my most asked questions that I got on Instagram, and if you guys have any other questions that I didn't get to answer here, go ahead and leave a comment on the comment section down below, and I'll be glad and more than happy to answer that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.